Here we are. I'm starting a little bit of the holiday baking. So we're going to make a holiday cookie that I don't know if everyone knows about it. They're called the Mostaccioli. Let me show you all the ingredients and step by step. So here we have 5.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. Then I have 6 large eggs at room temperature. About a teaspoon of vanilla, a cup of honey, but it has to be melted, like softened, a cup of sugar. I have 3 oranges, that 2 I'm going to use with the zest, with the juice, and 1 with the zest. Or you could do the opposite, oranges or orange, it doesn't matter. Here I have 1 teaspoon of the cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Here, the ground one, and the cinnamon. Okay, I have thing to do the zest. Okay, then I have about a teaspoon of cloves, which I'm going to crush them now. We have I have to crush a good 1.5 cups of almonds. You could get the whole almonds and crush them, or the slice. I bought the slice. I'm a little bit too lazy to crush them all. It's too much work. So I have all this. Then you need about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we have also cocoa powder. We have, let me remember, 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. I buy the Hershey cocoa, unsweetened. Okay. Then I also have a chocolate melter machine that I'm going to put the chocolate chips in here, the semi-sweet. I'm going to melt it because these get covered with chocolate. Okay, I think I covered about everything. You need a rolling pin, and let's begin. Let me do a little correction on things. You need 4 teaspoons of baking powder, which I mix it into the flour. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just mix it right into the flour. Okay. Now we're going to crush the let's crush the cloves. There we go. Okay, these are all crushed. I'm going to mix it with the cinnamon. I'm crushing the almonds now. These particular cookies require the almonds with the skin on, so don't peel them. Just crush them as much as you can. A little bit more and they'll be done. Okay, now you're going to have 2 separate bowls where you have the flour right in here. You're going to mix all the dry ingredients, meaning the baking powder, the flour, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the cloves all in here. Okay. Mix these, stir them nicely. Already starting to smell nice. Now we're going to add in also the cocoa. And mix it nicely. Now we're going to add the crushed almonds. Okay. Also want to put like a pinch of salt. And some people also put in a hot pepper in here, but I don't. Okay, just put a little bit of salt. Okay, now all this is done. We're going to put it aside. Okay, just what it looks like. Now, in here, we're going to have the eggs and the sugar. We're going to beat it. So we have the eggs. These are at room temperature, like I said before. 6 large eggs. Okay, now we're going to beat this with the mixer and the sugar and the honey and the orange zest and juice. So I have the eggs. We're going to add the sugar. In the meantime, I'm warming up for just like 20 seconds the honey, because it's going to be warm. Okay. Okay, we're going to add in the honey. The honey is about a cup in there. Okay. Now we'll add the orange zest and the juice of the oranges. So what I'm going to do, wash the oranges first. Let's put in the zest first. Here it is. Just put it in there. Now these oranges, I'm going to split them in half and put the juice in there. and do all 3 oranges. Okay, all 3. So before I said put the juice of 2 oranges, but you know what? Put all 3. It's better. Now we're going to add vanilla. Oh, this is closed. I thought it was used already. Okay, guess not. Alrighty. So you need about half a teaspoon. Okay, this is the vanilla I bought by. Okay, so now we mix it all together again. Now, without beating it, you mix it with your hands, with the fork, with a spoon, whatever that you want to use, and mix the dry and the wet together. I'm going to use a bigger bowl. Okay, now, a little at a time, we'll start adding the dry mixture in here. And I got a nice wooden spoon so it doesn't hurt my hands, because it tends to get a little heavier as we put the whole thing in there. Smells so nice. Continue on doing this until you finish the dry mixture. Now that you have it all mixed, what you're going to do, if it's a little too soft, you can always add a little bit more flour. This, I think, it's just perfect. So now we're going to put some flour right on the working. And you have ready with you a tray with parchment paper over it. As you cut them, you're going to put them on it. And now, you may or may not put the whole thing on here, but I like to put one piece at a time because it's too much then. So then you're going to have at hand parchment paper. You just get it. Now we're going to grab a chunk at a time, put it right on here. Okay, put a little more. Okay, that's maybe about half I got. Okay, so sprinkle, flatten it up a little bit and sprinkle some flour over it, like that. Put a little more. Now we'll put the parchment paper right over it so you can work it better. And with a rolling pin, you just start rolling it out. I'll show you. Not too thick and not too thin. Let's see. Oh, a little bit thinner. Okay, this is good. Oh, let's see if you guys can see it. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. Sprinkle flour on top of it. Maybe roll it a little bit more. Okay, so now you may use a pizza cutter or one of these. So what you could do is this. Just do lines on it. Depending how big you want to do them, Now, I'm not going to do them too much, too big or too small. The regular size is like that. Okay. Okay, here they are. Let's start grabbing them. And you can reshape it. Here it is. And we're going to put it right onto the parchment paper tray. Okay, we're going to do the same thing all over to everyone. Okay, here they are. Now we're going to put them in the oven. In the meantime, we'll make more. And all the pieces, the edges that left over, what you do, you just work it again and reshape them again. It's not that you're going to throw it out. Once again, as I roll it, I'm going to show you one more time. Here it is. Here's the thickness. Okay. Now let's cut them again. I'm going to show you again. Just go like that, diagonal. Don't do them too big because then they're going to fluff up. And if you're giving it away, you make a tray, you can mix these in. You can mix these, the 3-color cookies, some cream puffs, some pizzelle, or other Christmas cookies you guys make. This was not a straight line. Doesn't have to be perfect. Anyway, here they are. Here's the thickness. Okay, now being that I have the trays, 2 trays in the oven, so I'm going to just lay them here till the other ones are done, so I can put these in. Okay, and here they are. There you go. Now, this is extremely hot, so we're just gonna, okay. And get this other one. Okay. They're hot. Now then you wait a few minutes and let them cool. In the meantime, the chocolate has melted right there. And now we're going to dip the whole thing in there and then put it in a cool place to let it get cold. So let's get started. Look how many we got out of it. It's quite a few. A little bit to this one, a little bit to that one. Put them in the trays and they'll be all gone. Okay. Here we go. The chocolate has melted all the way. Now we're going to dip them in. Upside down. Barely fits. Made them a little too big. But it's okay. So like that. And then just get it out. Here it is. Okay, you put it in, again, the parchment paper. And because it's very cold outside, I could put them outside to get cool. Then we'll see how they came out. See, this was perfect size because it's tiny. So make sure it depends on your chocolate melter that you have, how big it is. And these can hold for months. That's why I like to make these ahead of time. So continue on doing them and let them cool off, and then they'll be ready to eat. There you are. I got another tray getting cold, and let's give it a test. Because the chocolate's still a little soft. Still got to get hard, but I can't wait to taste it. Merry Christmas, everyone.